Right, they've picked Dreadful Place. Now we know Sitto do enjoy Dreadful Place, and they are a strong team on it, so it makes sense in that regard.
Yep.
I don't remember how good neutralizers are on it.
They played it in one of the qualifiers against 102. It was in the finals, isn't it? It was one of the finals maps.
Didn't they win that one?
I don't remember who won it. Also, they
Deep
had
inside, no surprise there.
Silent Set playing for them in that.
Good point. Made a massive mistake picking deep inside, unfortunately, and we're going to lose 90% of our viewership with that one. So Sitto choosing the final map, and they're going for Hidden Fortress. So there we go. There's the maps for you. Grim Dungeons, Dreadful Place. We will at least see those two.
Yeah, then we'll take a break, and if there's a fourth map, we'll be back for that.
We'll take a break, really.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. Who
The
decides
third
that?
map is Deep Inside, so
Oh, good point, yeah.
I think the stream's going down at that point.
Yeah, I think
There's some technical issues.
technical issues, difficulties. We'll have to get in the engineers for around 20 minutes, probably. Just guessing. Right, yeah, so we should be going live very soon. This is the grand final of the ESL Activity Matters Quake Live TDM Cup. Sitto versus Neutralizers. I'm Disrepute with Vor. Excited, aren't we, on Level Up TV?
Stop saying that.
Excited. It's my word
I'm
of the
always
day.
excited.
Sitto's lineup is Q50, Flash, Dimitri and Zyrinx. And Neutralizers is Noctis, Dibby, Gooda and Empish. And just as we go live in Grim Dungeons, your call. Who is going to take this tournament for?
The Neutralizers are going to take this map. I'm not decided yet on who's going to take the tournament, but it's going to be close.
Impish not getting anything off that spawn. He's going to switch round to Q50, who also got a nothing spawn. But he is in combat with Dibby. Dibby comes out on top in that regard, although Gooda manages to rocket him. And just a big fight over this red room. This is something we see quite often on this map. Everybody trying to get control of that key area early on. And it's not decided yet, so I'd expect both teams to keep rushing in, though Zyrinx has picked up the second.
I think it's decided now.
Yeah.
Wow, that
Early power-ups. Zyrinx has got a rocket launcher just before he drops down. Slight delay as a result, but he's looking the better of the two power-ups in terms of the armor stack. Let's see if the quad is coming through this doorway, through the shotgun room. Rocketed back, and Zyrinx comes out on top, killing Gooda with the quad pretty comfortably. Great play by Zyrinx, great rocket work at the moment. Rocket jumping up to that rail position, though. That's actually worked out brilliantly for him to catch them out. Oh my god, he's run out of ammo. Thanks for the rocket though, Gooda, as he finishes off that run. Have they lost the red though? How did you see that one going then, Vol?
Wasn't watching it, sorry, I was distracted.
Oh, that's a good start to the map then. That's a great run, battlesuit run by Zyrinx. He's managed to have got +6 net with 6 frags, so he hasn't died yet. And now it goes into a pretty cagey game, controlling two sides of the map. Switch down to Flash, who is doing damage at the quad on the Neutralizers players, although Empish deals with him pretty quickish, so he can't be causing them too many troubles. Probably just going to play a slow game now, set up for the power-ups, not throw any more frags away. Teams are tired as it is. Wow, Noctis going up the bounce pad, taking a rail straight to the chest there, so he's lost most of his stack. And every extra shot they can get away here, Sitto, on
Yeah, they kind of just traded damage. I mean, Zyrinx hit a couple of rails, but he took 2 as well, so all his stack is gone, and yeah, I mean, it's just an even trade. I mean, even though they have to pick up the armor on the other side of the map in 2 yellows, they still have armor over there. It's not like he's gained much of an advantage just because his team has red.
power-up setup. interesting positions taken up by Sitto, but they seem pretty comfortable that this is going to be a safe one. Dimitri with this battlesuit is going to second up a red.
Be careful, he's nearly out of rockets. So.
I'm sure he realised until we actually run out. Quad did drop off. I'm going to switch around to the quad. It's Dibby. He's only got 13 health. Easy kill on Zyrex as he jumps away. And the yellow is picked. 50 health is up. Can't really do too much more, but just get frags around this yellow area, I guess. Battlesuit is going to rush through, though. Look how aggressive he's going. This could work out really well. Dimitri doing exactly the right thing. I mean, even though his power was running out, he knew he'd be in a good position to do some serious damage here. And if he can grab that LG, oh, Noxus just picked up the spawned LG. It was pretty unfortunate. Dimitri did just drop off the perch as the lightning gun spawned up. But he did a lot of damage there.
Yeah, he did well. I mean, he actually did a really nice run, and it's unfortunate you switched off him. He had some really nice kills in the red room, and then did, as we saw on stream, push straight out to that quad damage. And, you know, but for that kill by Noctis, if you'd have taken one more shotgun Noctis, he might have gone down, and then it'd have to have committed players to win the area back from Dimitri. So it was a really nice suit run.
Gonna sack around some of these players now. Dibby, 105-14 rocket launcher in hand. We've got Gooder fresh off the spawn. He's lagged out, and that's the reason we've stopped. He's not doing too well either, -6 net, so it's probably better he gets to reconnect. Empish freshly spawned, and Noctis did get that LG. He's got a shotgun as well, though he's pretty low.
Yeah, and the upper yellow is up right now, so you know it's a priority for them to try and re-secure that. It might even be that Sitto haven't actually pushed anyone out there. It's most likely that they haven't, so they need to get up there and start taking those items before the next round of power-ups, because obviously you want someone stacked with that quad, because it's a very even game at the moment, and all they need to do is, you know, hopefully get a quad that wins over the red, maybe picks up some kills, and then they'll be in the lead again. But you know, you can't afford to let those items get stolen away, so important that they get back in control of that upper yellow area around the quad.
No one on the server is well off at all, really. I mean, Zyrex going for this 50 health now. He's going to have rocket launch but no armor. Q50 has an LG rail and a shotgun. He's always got weapons every time we go to Q50 on stream. 115 is his stack. Flash 100 and 0 rocket launcher blocking off this rail platform, and Dimitri's just died falling down the void, so he's got -932 health.
Wow, gonna have to pick up a lot of health to rectify that situation.
So I tell you what, nothing is going to particularly happen between these two teams now. Flash is probably the guy to watch because he's moving into the lower area potentially, so we'll just stick with him. And obviously it depends where Gooder spawns when he returns, if he ever returns. Or
really?
And one of the features that perhaps this game is lacking is you can't return a player in to the position of items that they had when they got disconnected. That might be some kind of ideal solution, or rewind the game.
Well, you need some sort of admin power where you can... Well, you need logs for one that show what someone had when they left the server, but then you'd need an admin power to like add weapons to them, subtract and plus health as well, and armor.
Just a reminder that Sitto, because they're from the upper bracket, they haven't lost a game yet in this grand final, in the finals anyway, straight through the winners bracket. They start 1-0 up on maps, so we will only see 4 other maps on the stream maximum. They are 1-0 up in the series already, and so this first map is Neutralizer's map pick, so really you'd expect them to almost have to win it. If they lose it, then they're going on to the third map essentially in the series, and that would be Sitto on match point.
Yeah, match point on their own map, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Not a good situation to be in. But Neutralizers, you'd have them as favourites to win this map. I mean, they've won this map throughout the tournament. They haven't necessarily come up against the stiffest of opposition when playing this map, but you know, they've still demolished what's been in front of them, so they're looking good from what we've seen.
Let's suck around some of the players again, just remind ourselves what they got. Zyrinx gonna get this 50, he's got 29 health already, so he'll be up to a good amount of health then. Red will be up in 9 seconds time, so he'll probably be the one to grab that. But he's going to have to block off the shotgun doorway. There's no
Not expecting much immediate action though when we time back in, are we? Unless Gooda happens to spawn in front of the Sitto team.
Yes.
So it's probably going to be quiet, if anything, up until the next power-ups. The only thing to think about is whether or not Sitto have pushed anyone out. I don't think they have, though. They haven't pushed anyone to the quad, have they?
No.
So, yeah, I mean, it's probably going to just be... Neutralizers will just head up there whenever and start taking the upper yellow and the lightning gun and just preparing for power-ups, really. There's no reason for any team to take a risk at this point and do anything outlandish. And the game will just progress pretty standard, and we'll see where we are in a power-up or two's time.
Yeah, so as I say, the best point of view I think is probably going to be Flash, because if he pushes into this lower area, he might cause some damage. Just look at some of the stats on the scoreboard at the moment. Sitto 8 red armors to 0 from neutralizers. So that's, of course, that's 800 armor. They got 2 yellows as well. That's another 100.
Making 900.
900 armor stack, yeah. 14 yellows.
700.
700 armor. 200 armor points behind.
Of course, there are a few shards on the map which we can't track.
They're going to be relatively equal, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So just a bit of an advantage on the armor, which could explain the 3 kill difference, really, couldn't it, Vor?
I guess it could.
2 power-ups each, quads and battlesuits. You see how cagey they've played the game thus far. 18-second advantage on the battlesuits compared to the quad times, but quad usually gets more kills, so maybe not an important factor there. We see Zyrinx up there, top of the charts in terms of damage, 1.4k. Dimitri's also on 1.1k, and no one in the thousands yet for neutralizers. Noctis, their lowest left on the scoreboard at least. I think Gooda was probably lower. Q50 down at the 471 mark for damage, but it sort of does depend on the roles that you're playing in your teams, the positions you take up, what weaponry you've got. For example, if you've got a railgun on some maps, you can be dealing out a hell of a lot of damage all the time. This map, you might think perhaps a rocket launcher is a better weapon to be dealing out a lot of damage at a time. And a lightning gun isn't necessarily the best weapon to get high damage stats on.
Well, no, it's one of the worst.
You might get a lot of kills with it, though.
Yeah, exactly. But for pure damage, you just got to get that rocket launcher disc and shoot the dead bodies. Teammate gets a kill, you can go and get 100 damage as well, as long as he doesn't. Of course, if anyone actually does play like that, they are going to get out for it. So
yeah,
it's not something. Okay, it's something we condemn.
So Gooda has rejoined the server, so we're almost ready to restart. The Dutchman. Good representation from across Europe here. Swede, Austrian, Dutch, Italian, and the greatest nation, Britain, of course.
Yeah.
Gooda, yeah, before Gooda left, he had dealt out 10k damage and had a 75 net.
Bodies.
Yeah. So we're ready to go, ready to restart this, and Sitto, if anything, are in a slightly better position.
Yes.
Because the upper yellow will be... Actually, I didn't check out where Gooda spawned.
Check where the Gooda spawned.
Gooda spawned down at Battlesuit, so he's not got any advantage there at all, in fact.
No, that's good. He's not going to die, most likely.
Yeah, they've not got anybody at quad at all, though. They got somebody just in the shotgun doorway. So that's their best bet of getting that upper yellow, and they should get it.
Prepare to fight.
Although Dimitri was just about to spawn, wasn't he? Let's find where he spawns.
Fight.
Oh, lower yellow. Okay, right in front of Noctis. Unfortunate for him, but there you go. I did say Flash was probably the guy to watch. I switched. Moving in with that rocket launcher. Noctis and his teammate do survive there. And that's the most aggressive push we'll probably see on the map here. I'm going to switch away from Noctis, have a look at Dibby spamming some grenades in. He's got a chunk of armor now, so he'll be feeling pretty happy with himself. Good, going up against Flash, they go frag for frag there. It's good. Moves on up this bounce pad. It's gonna. I think it's just going to defend this railgun position because if bringing it up to power up time, it's probably not the best time to push red unless your entire team's ready to.
No, I mean, it's a nice position if Gooder was able to stay in there. He's been forced back, but you know, potentially could have caught people coming down to the rail position, you know, getting ready for battle suit.
10 seconds to go before the quad Q50 in this shotgun room, covering the quad position with a railgun, with a rocket launcher. He's playing a very cautious game. I mean, he's not dealt out any damage at all. I'm surprised at that. I thought he'd be a bit more aggressive on his rail shot. Zyrinx with this battle suit blocking off the shotgun doorway. Switch around to quad. Quad's going to come up the bounce pad now. Spotted by the battle suit as he peeked to rail the other players.
And of course, this position, the quad can't really challenge the battle suit in that area because the fight is just too heavily stacked in the favour of suit.
Teams are tied.
Quad down below. He's coming up the rail bounce. Is he now? No. Is he going to go up the main bounce or is? No, they're just going to back off and play it cautious. The teams are tied. It's 17 apiece. You can see this is a grand final. No one's going to just rush in and play it FFA style. You're going to have to work for every kill.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing to say is you had the Sitto team sat at the red, you know, preparing for the attack, but Flash just moved out and was picked off by the quad. And you know, I know it's a bit harsh, but that is something you can't really afford to do, and he's just been caught pushing out again. You know, so he has to be a bit more careful. In such a tight game, it's harder to push out.
And especially this map, you can be killed 3 or 4 times if you die once because
yeah, exactly.
it spawns in your opponent's lockdown controlled area.
One death can turn into 3 or 4 if you're unlucky enough, and that's why you can't afford to just get caught pushing out easily.
Flash grabbing that railgun. Dimitri.
Oh, Gooder steals the red.
They are going to get the kill on him, surely. Yeah, they do. And Sitto are 3 frags ahead. We're leading up to the power-up time, so teams are going to have to start getting a strong lock on things. Dibby's 100. Rocket launcher, lightning gun, full clip of ammo there. Might want to go into the doorway to block it off someone with a rocket launcher. Grenades as well. Gooder would be the ideal candidate. Or is Gooder just going to get ready for this power-up? Wouldn't make that much sense, would it? I don't know. Dibby's been knocked through the window. He's lost good position on that. Battlesuit picked up by Zyrinx. Easy kill on Empish. Oh, Noctis. There's a double power-up.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to quad for that to happen, but not good for neutralizers. They'd have them as favourites to win this match, but this is bad.
The stacked player, Dibby, in the doorway, pushed him into the doorway and left Gooder trying to stack. I think they must have lost timing on the power-ups because it made no sense what they did. If you're going to go on the doorway though, Dibby, you need to actually block it off properly. I don't know why I'm talking to him, but he did then just seem to back off really quickly. It's Q50 with a 5 frag quad run here, and the size of these runs are very significant. I mean, 5 frags on that run is massive in a game this tight. Massive.
Yeah, and look how tight the game was until this double power up. It was pretty much a tied game, and now they've got a 15 frag lead. That's huge at the speed this game's being played.
Q50, although he did score to get caught out in that position there. We'll follow Dibby now. No, switch back to Gooder. Empish. Neutralizer's not in a good position on this map particularly. Oh wow, Empish just stealing away that rocket, but he dropped it to them.
I mean, this game is playing in a totally different style to what the 2 previous games they had in this competition were. You know, they were just free to run around, play as free form as they want pretty much in their previous rounds playing this map. And now this tight game, it's totally opposite to what they've been playing tonight.
Noctis moving in with Dibby. Dibby does get taken out, although Noctis comes out on top of that first avenging frag. 20 seconds till power up. I mean, Zyrinx should have read that situation and gone, hello, let's get through to quad and win it. But I guess he is waiting for
there's maybe an opportunity for that. Yeah, maybe his team should have been looking to do that, because obviously we've seen he's been the suit runner all game. I don't think that's going to change now.
They've got a strong setup as well, Sitto there. Look at this, he's going to make the run towards the quad. I think it's going to be dodgy. And Dibby was waiting for it.
Yeah, wise of Zyrinx not to go up. He was just slightly too... Well, he has come up. And he's done a lot of damage to Dibby.
Zyrinx coming through, does take out Divi pretty comfortably in the end. Noctis can't do enough damage on the battlesuit with shotgun. Look at the awkward positions that the frags in. Oh, that is a nice little jump across with rocket that gets caught in the back by Divi. It might be neutralizers taking back control of the red. Bearing in mind quads first, do you necessarily want to have the red?
Hard to say. I mean, you can always attack from red and try and win the area over. I mean, going back to that suit runner Zyrinx, that was quite interesting. I mean, it's like he tricked me and he tricked the quad as well. I think Divi thought that, alright, Zyrinx doesn't come up the bounce pad to challenge, so he's not going to come up at all. But, you know, Divi went around the corner and before he knew it, Zyrinx was up there, so it was a really nice move.
Getting quite a few frags here, neutralizers as they control this red room. Sitto did try and attack in and basically lost everybody. So they've had to back off to the yellows now, and Divi can push on a lot of pressure. We see two neutralizer players in the lower yellow area. Let's cycle around a little bit. Q50 has nothing, only 30 and 0, 74 and 17 for Flash with rocket launcher in his front door. Dimitri with 100, nothing, fresh spawner, and Zyrinx the guy again. He's the guy with the armor on the team. Going to get this upper yellow in a second. So he's getting ready to stack this quad, but it might be a difficult defense considering the gap between the power-ups though. 6 seconds, battlesuit is first. What are they going to do? They're going to push everybody and just leave Zyrinx?
Not sure.
Looks like Noctis getting ready for the battlesuit. There's not a perfect defensive setup yet.
Well, they have Divi in a nice position.
We've got rail covered. Now need to cover shotgun doorway. Noctis is going to get an easy battlesuit pickup. He's going to take the lower route. He's not going to be quick enough. I'm not really sure it's a good idea. Oh, he had direct rocket ball.
Wow, that was so brave by Noctis and it worked perfectly. You know, that first rocket was essential, though, to throw off Zyrinx's aim.
Yeah, if you don't hit that rocket, then it's a real failed manoeuvre.
Yeah, but you know, you have to risk things when you're behind to come back, and it paid off.
Yeah, really nice play by Noctis, and this is what separates the absolute world-class players from the players just below. They can't do things like that. Noctis almost catching out the player, dropping down the bounce pad. Now wants to get the frag in Q50. Oh, that is a brilliant rocket, perfectly timed. For the drop down, Zyrinx still getting so lucky to actually manage to grab the yellow. And
you
now
can see
the rocket launcher.
He was conscious of it the whole time he was trying to shoot Q50 that someone was going to drop down, and it was a brilliant rocket.
Excellent play. And they closed the gap in a fair bit now. 7 frags is the margin. Sitto's still just ahead though.
Picking up some nice spawn kills of Sitto members in this red armor room, and this is what happens on the map. You know, that one kill, as I mentioned earlier, can turn into 3 or 4.
Divi is now 160 armor. He's got a rocket launcher and a shotgun. Not that many rocket shots, only 6. But he might want to start pushing the quad now. I mean, if he can get in, it's a very dangerous attack if he's just on his own. It doesn't look like he's going to. Not really sure what he's doing.
Just talking about spawn luck quickly to this. Zyrinx did die at some point like a minute or so ago, and that did turn into 6 extra kills off the spawns.
Well, there you go. It says it all. It's exactly highlighting what we were talking about before. And Divi dropping down, just managing to hit his own teammate. Good, and I don't know why he wasn't aware of that, but if he misses this shot, oh my god, they managed to kill him. That was almost a lost battlesuit there, and that's exactly just enough what Sitto needed. They didn't even need to grab the battlesuit, they just needed to slow it down. Why would you drop into the pit? That's dangerous, but actually they caught out the battlesuit. He's only got... oh no. Well, exactly, the other players become a risk then if you're in that pit.
Yeah, you mentioned Divi's stack, and he's needed all of it, but this is working out brilliantly.
Like, oh my god, gets taken out in the back. Just couldn't get his shots off then for the frag, and the battlesuit is eliminated after the quad. But I think that's a very risky manoeuvre to drop into that pit to try and take on the battlesuit. I understand you want to get an angle on it with the shaft, but you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position.
Yeah, if he'd have maintained his position above the red, you know, on the slightly higher ground, what he could have actually had happen is he could have pushed Suit into the back wall just by the rocket launcher. But, you know, diving in that pit, very reckless. But, you know, you have to say in any other circumstance where Battlesuit doesn't have that 160 plus armor, that would have been a kill.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they hit a lot of shaft on it.
Yeah, he aimed well enough to kill a battlesuit most of the time.
I think it was when the other players around him that was a threat anyway. The battlesuit only seemed to have a shotgun in the end. So Noctis just dropped down and got a great kill on Q50. Just knocked him up in the air. He was going to be voided, but Noctis, no, that wasn't enough for him. He wanted the kill.
All about the kills.
All about the kills. And Noctis is stacked up and ready for this battlesuit 25 seconds before. I'm going to cycle around a little bit, have a look at Sitto. Q50 moving in behind Dibby, gets the frag. They might move in on this battlesuit. In fact, Flash has come through the shotgun doorway. Right, this is dangerous now.
Noctis has maintained his position, above the suit. He's going to drop down.
The thing is, if Flash still offers a threat, well, he's kind of in a position where he can't really offer a threat now, but, well, look at this, 1 second before Noctis makes the jump up. Quad picked up, Zyrinx grabs it, dodges those grenades. Oh, not that one. Nice one, Dibby. There's the battlesuit as we switch around to him. Trying to get through the door, and Noctis probably does the right thing here, just comes back to hunt the other kills.
But Zyrinx is getting kills in the lower area off of spawns.
Only
Picked
one
up
kill.
one, yeah. One teammate helped him on a kill.
There's the second, so
It was free, basically.
battlesuit can't come through, the quad can't go through either, so stalemate.
Yeah, a bit of a stalemate, but Sitto, they retain a lead. And again, Zyrinx picks up a kill again of a spawner.
Careful going up that bounce pad. There is, of course, a safer route. You don't even need to go up a bounce pad to get up there.
Yeah, maybe his teammate hadn't called that, the quad wasn't
Switch
exactly
round to
safe.
Noctis. He's pushing. He's a threat. Oh, that rail stopped him in his tracks. And the issue with, for example, Noctis wanting to push there, if he had a lightning gun, I think it gives him a lot more opportunity to push. But because he doesn't, and he knows his opponent probably does have one, as soon as you move forwards, you've gotta, if you're going in with rockets, you've got to hit the rocket perfect, like you did when you went up the bounce pad. Otherwise, you're just going to be pinned back against the wall by the lightning gun. It's only one frag game. Noctis going in this lower area, aggressing on Q50 after the rail pickup. Teams are now tied. Oh. Noctis almost ambushed there by somebody in the shotgun room. It was Dimitri.
They did some good damage on Noctis. But red armor's there straight away. He doesn't get all the items this.
Doesn't, no.
Nah, but of course it makes sense in this situation, obviously. Only joking.
Some people can't take jokes for.
It's true.
63% rail for Noctis, few seconds before this battlesuit. Gonna just switch around quickly and see the setup. Yeah, it looks alright for Sitto. Zyrinx gonna come out of 110 armor after that second yellow. And of course he had the shards before. Switch to the battlesuit. Battlesuit's at the rail position, and if that's called now, Zyrinx surely gonna start rushing through. He is.
But he's blocked off.
They've done a good job. Look at that. They ripped him to shreds, and now the battlesuit comes murking round.
Merkin?
That's
It's rear third now or something.
Couldn't help it. Noctis just surrounded by these bullets flying in. Kind of pathetic 1 damage machine gun bullets. You really can't do anything to him. But are just whittling him down slowly while he couldn't get the frags. And, well, he got a frag or so in that area. He disrupted them, he damaged them. So they're pretty decent, their 4 frag margin now in favour of neutralisers. I have to say, though, I love games like this. It's leading up to the final power-up, right?
Yeah, it's great. It's brilliantly poised.
One team is going to have to commit here. Now, this could be Sitto going into a 2-0 lead in the series.
Well, the thing is, Sitto are losing frags at a bad time. If we're heading into these final power-ups with, let's say both are taken at the same time, I could envisage a quad delay here. But if both power-ups are taken at the same time, Sitto have to go aggressive, and neutralizers can just take up good defensive positions with the suit to protect them. So, this frag difference at the moment is fairly significant.
Yeah, I'm going to cycle around and
But
have a look.
Q50's picked up a couple of kills.
In the rail position. He hasn't got armor. He needs to not die now. He's in his back! That's unfortunate. I'm surprised the teammate didn't catch out. Oh, God. Goodness got a frag out of it as well straight away. There's a 6 frag margin. 8 to go. Looks like it's going to be a strong setup from both teams. Dimitri trying to get some rails in there. Oh, my God. Q50's dived around the back. I think he got the rocket launcher spawn at red, causing all sorts of mayhem. Zyrinx with almost a double red stack. Catches the battle suit against the wall.
Suit's
Dippy's going to go down, surely. Yes, he does.
Wow.
This is a massive moment. Now he needs to take advantage. Look at that rail shot, though, and he's in serious trouble. Because that's just one more rail's going to take him out. And now picks up the red. Hopefully the health's down below. He's going to look for it. It isn't. But what's happening on the rest of the map? Because it's not really closing in this scoreline, Vought.
No, unfortunately, Zyrinx done some good work there. Amazing kill on the suit, but his teammates have been dying. That's the problem. It's always so difficult to come back in these situations.
5 frags. They have to go aggressive and get these now. There's nothing to lose. I mean, you're not going to lose a big enough score gap that's going to make a difference. The map's already chosen. It's just 5 frags. Just rush and get. 4 frags the margin. Let's cycle around, see if we can see anybody with a weapon.
Neutralizers are completely defensive. They're not even... I don't think they're in a position to get any kills.
Q50 with a railgun, 10 seconds to go. He gets a frag on Empish. It's only a 2 frags, still only 2 frags. It's 1 frag, 4 seconds left.
They're all hiding. If they can find one...
Oh my god, they don't do it. And Neutralizers take it by 1 frag. 86 to 85. We didn't even hit triple figures. Well, I couldn't even say we've hit triple figures.
Yeah, I know you love saying that.
I do love saying it. And look, there's only 4 reds difference, Neutralizer's advantage, and then yellows are the same. Oh my god, what a game! What a close ending.
So close at the end. I mean, it was, of all people, it was Zyrinx dying twice in the last 30 seconds. No one else died from Sitto.
Amazing.
But, you know, he was obviously the one who put them in that position to give them a chance at the end, so... obviously can't be too harsh.
Let me go to a quick ad.